on the radio recently, my local radio. Fascinating subject. Whereas the reality is you can be somewhere in between and actually believe in both and still hold a valid viewpoint. So it's...
Well, personally, I think on that particular issue, what makes it so bad is we teach evolution like it's this doctrine or something, and the reality is the actual things behind evolution are far... It's not evolution versus creationism. That's the debate we have for some reason out here, but that's not what the actual science is.
Yeah,
you'll teach the actual facts.
They say teach the controversy. They say, well, it might as well teach like 9/11. You know, some people say it's a controlled demolition. Well, teach the controversy. The question is, at what point is it becoming noise? Like you might as well teach like the theory of the Earth being on the back of a turtle, because some people might believe that. And then you have to
I'm referring to other things, but like the 9/11 one's also a perfect example to go into that. If somebody comes to me and says 9/11's a controlled demolition, I'm going to pull out my physics book and show them kinematics equations and say, okay, do the math. 9.8 meters per second squared. Do the math. Go ahead. I'll wait. That's fine. Let's exercise the theory and do the math.
But no, it's probably a topic best for another show in itself. And we said so many things on this because we cover so many topics which we could spend a whole show just debating. But that being said, I think we all should have to take personal responsibility for what we say, post, and do online. And I think we started this show talking about Mr. Stallman and his comments and how they were interpreted by some people. And I'm sure Mr. Stallman would stand by everything he says 100% and fully justify what his viewpoint was. But I think that's what's lacking on the internet and on places like Google Plus maybe and the social networking sites, where you've got a system now where people don't have to be they don't have to put their proper identities on, they don't have to be accountable for what they say or do, and this creates a problem in itself. And when you have an open network or an open...
Yeah, but do we really want a system where you have to be you online for the whole world to hold against you?
Exactly, and that's a double-edged sword, I think, and brings us back to probably we'll never get an answer in this battle.
What it comes down to is basically the only way for that not to be a double-edged sword is for our society to grow up and, not crucify people for having an opinion.
Mm. And that's probably the truest comment for the whole show, and probably a very good place to draw this show to a close if Roy and Rusty is in agreement. And that silence probably says you are. Thank you so much for listening. It's been a pleasure doing this one. It's been quite a different show today, and a few more talking points we've had. So thank you very much for staying with us and listening to it. Check out mine and Roy's sites in regards to the show notes. Hopefully, I'm going to start nagging Rusty again to get me a photograph of himself so we can put it into the banner for the TechBytes show. So, Rusty, I'll be nagging you on Google Plus if you're not going to come over to Diaspora anytime soon. And with that in mind, I think Roy's going to take us out with the final track of the day.
I believe this one is supposed to be pronounced in some Spanish way, so I apologize for my pronunciation. It's Rogadero, and it's by Banda de Turistas.
¿Qué está pasando? Que no anda bien. Si todo está bien y el momento es perfecto. ¿Y desde cuándo es que no lo ves? Si ojos tenés y el cielo es muy fuerte, ¿dónde es que empieza la oscuridad? Y después la luz que lo termina con todo. Como arriba, abajo es en un 100% y no escucharemos más ni un solo ruego. No es que no queramos, es que no podemos y que nos venga. está bien, todo está bien si tu cuento es moderno. Próximamente